Hey everyone, so today we gonna do a update video on some cicada. You can hear them around, and you know they don't have a real long life. And you can see they are dying. They're everywhere. The dead ones are everywhere. I mean, they're all in my driveway. They're all in the grass. They're coming down the trees. You know, they spend most of their life up in the, or in, not up in the, but down in the ground. And then when they finally do come up, they change from something like that, a grub, into something with wings. They climb up the trees. They mate. And then they die. Well, they lay their eggs and they die. And when they come down, you know, like this one, it's going to lay its eggs somewhere. I'm not sure about how that process works, but they'll lay their eggs and they will die. So they are in the process of that right now. And you can just see them everywhere out here. They're easier to see on the driveway. You can probably come along, not today, they've been all on the car tires. I only see a couple out here today, but I promise you there are cicada everywhere. You walk around and you just hear them crunch, crunch, crunch. Okay, so let's go and do an update on the garden. See, there's another one. Everyone remember this pole when I showed all the carcasses or the shells from before. And to be fair, there are still cicada coming up out of the ground, but the first ones that came up are now dying. Look at those sunflowers. They sure are doing good. You know, we got some sunflowers here. They're mixed in with the hostas. And then those over there. The one that broke is still alive. But it's only about a foot tall. The rest of these are easily 3 foot. They're probably more than that, but they're over my waist. So here's our butternut squash. Lots of weeds coming up. Guess what that means? Man, come across the yard. See, the magnolia tree is changing out its leaves and it's flowering. So that's pretty cool. I like to get them right before they open. You know, maybe cut it off and cut off all the leaves and bring them inside for my wife to enjoy, because when they open up, they really put off a wonderful smell. She loves them. So everything here, got some squashes that are doing good. I'm a little bit out of breath today again, but got some tomatoes. Now, these tomatoes, you can see flowers on them. There's flowers there, down in there. Those were the first flowers back there. They're actually making tomatoes now. More squash over there. That's a big volunteer potato from leftover one that I guess was still in the ground from last year. It's kind of shading out, that squash. It doesn't look too good. That one either. But those over there are growing. Sweet potatoes. Just look at this. Yeah, the one that was so wilted you saw me plant last time. Look at there, it's alive. It's growing. You come around here, you look down in there, And you can see little future baby squashes. Now, what I know about zucchini, and I think these are the same, the male flowers always come first to make sure there's something to pollinate the females. If the females came out first and there weren't any males, well, you wouldn't get any squashes, now would you? Now, you can see the cucumber vines. There's 3 of them back here. And there's a little flower back there. And in front, there's some squashes. And we got these squashes here. And there's our 2 pepper plants. I got some cages from Lowe's. Interesting story. They had 2 stacks of these cages out in the garden area. And see a little flower down in there. So with these cages, they had 2 stacks. One stack was red, the other was green. The red ones were priced at like $6 a piece. And the other stack was priced at $1.50 each. So I took the $1.50 ones. I went to the register to check out. They rang up at $6. It's like, hey, you got them tagged at $1.50. That's the price I'm paying. I'm not out to rip you off. I'm only getting 2. So had to call the manager, go through all this. Told them about weights and measures. Wouldn't like what they're doing. It's like a bait and switch. So anyway, they took me out there. I showed them the price. It was securely fastened to the whole bundle. And well, they honored the price, but they took the sign down for that stack, so no one else would get the deal. Turns out it was just galvanized. They were supposed to be $1.50, not these epoxy coated ones. So I got a pretty good deal on those. And the garlic are looking weird. They looked weird last year too, about this time. So you know, last week we were in the high 80s. Today it's a little bit warm. Last night was really cold. It was like 48 degrees, 45 degrees, something. It was cold. We had the heat on. So it's kind of weird being this time of year, having to run the heat, but we are. Hopefully won't have to be running it much longer, and maybe it'll be cool enough to save on the air conditioning bills too. You can see there's lots of weeds coming up. We got 1.5 inches of rain. Got everything good and soaked. All these weeds are coming in. Weeding is tedious, and it does take a lot of time. No one likes to do it because it's just bleh. But it is low impact, and I can do it if I come out here when it's not hot yet. Sometimes I have to break it into multiple sessions or different days. Yeah. Oh yeah, while we're out here, let you see that finally got the fence repaired. I didn't have all the materials that I wish that I had, but wood is so expensive now. I didn't want to do a whole lot, but we got this section repaired, and they didn't put this fence up right, but I guess it does its job. And we got that section down there taken care of too. You can hear all the cicadas just going. If we were to look hard enough on the ground, they're just laying everywhere dying. But that's really all I've got for you today, for now, unless something comes up. I appreciate you tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And leave a comment below. Let me know where you're from. Man, I stepped on something and I got some kind of weird notice thing. I think my other camera just cut off on me. So that's worrisome. At least I had this one going. But like, share, and subscribe. Make a comment. Tell me where you're at. Do you have cicadas there? Is it spring? Is stuff growing yet? Is it still cold? Have a great day. God bless. And we will see y'all next time. Have a good one.